Can I ask you a question? When money leaves your business, how do you decide it was a good decision? Hi, I'm Annie. I run procurement in complex environments. And on this channel, I'm going to give you a way to make buying decisions you won't regret. I translate that thinking into real-life buying decisions, from big corporates to small businesses and solo entrepreneurs. So back to that question. In the minute that you need to buy something for your business, or even for yourself, starts with a few basic questions. Who do we buy it from? What will it really cost? Not just today, but over time. Will it arrive when we need it? Will it meet the standard? And if any of those questions has ever led you to think, let me compare a few options first. That decision process is procurement. From a global company buying laptops for employees to choosing a CRM, even if it's not labeled procurement, it's happening. Same principles, different scale. Here's what I want for you after this video and with this channel. Protect margin. Avoid paying twice. Stop getting trapped by tools you can't easily leave. Make decisions you don't regret at renewal. If you understand what procurement actually is, you'll get all of that with a simple standard you can apply instantly. In a minute, I'll give you a 5-step standard. But first, here's why people get trapped. Imagine that it's Tuesday. You've got a deadline on Friday, and someone messages you, "We've been missing action items in meetings. We found an AI note taker. It's perfect. It's only $10 per user per month. Can we buy it? Or can you just approve it so we can move?" And you feel the pause, because if you say no, you're the blocker. If you say not now, you're slowing the team down. So you say yes, not because you're sloppy, but because you're trying to be helpful. And this is where it looks different. But it's the same story. In a big company, we'll just pilot it with 20 people. In a small business, it's only $10 a month. Who cares? If you're solo, I need something now, like immediately, that remembers what I forget. Same decision, same vibe, just get it done. Then a few weeks later, reality shows up. The base price is fine, but suddenly it's extra for admin controls, SSO, limits on minutes or storage, add-ons for the features you assumed were included, and now you've got meeting data everywhere, and unwinding it is annoying. And the worst part? Switching feels like a mini migration and too much change, so you stay, even if you're not happy. And that's how the quick win turns into the expensive decision. Not instantly, slowly. So the issue isn't intelligence, it's that the decision had no structure. When spending decisions get made under pressure without a clear structure, the expensive consequences aren't surprising. They're predictable. So we bought something, and by now it's pretty clear it probably wasn't a great decision. The money already left the company. Let me give you a distinction that clears up 80% of the confusion. Purchasing is the transaction. Procurement is the decision. Purchasing is order, receive, pay. We found an AI note taker. It's perfect. Can you just approve it so we can move? So you approve. You buy it, you pay. Procurement is what happens before and after that moment. It's, okay, what problem are we solving here? Who needs access to this software? What meetings can it record? Where does the data go? Can we turn it off for sensitive calls? What's included versus extra? What happens at renewal? And if this doesn't work, how hard is it to leave? Same tool, same urgency. But one is a transaction. The other is a decision you won't regret later. So if you've ever said, "We should have thought about this earlier," you're not talking about purchasing, you're talking about procurement. Here's the simplest way to remember it. Purchasing tends to chase price. Procurement protects value, and value isn't a motivational quote, it's painfully practical. Value is what you actually get, what it costs over time, and what it costs if it goes wrong. Because the real damage usually isn't the invoice. It's the downtime, the switching pain, the awkward contract, the, "oh, we can't undo this easily" part. Now, when people hear procurement, they picture SAP screens, a committee, and someone named Martin saying, "Please raise a ticket." Sure, big companies do run this through systems, SAP, Coupa, Ariba, whatever. But here's the part that matters. The logic isn't big company, it's just competent, almost common sense. Here's the whole procurement process in 5 words. Need, options, compare, commit, confirm. Whether you're a 5,000-person organization or a solo founder, the same 5 steps show up whenever you're making a decision you might regret later. 1. Need. What do we actually need, and what matters most? If we're honest, what problem are we solving, and what would good look like? 2. Options. Who could realistically deliver this? Not who's loudest on LinkedIn. Who can actually do it? 3. Compare. Beyond price, terms, support, fit, risk, total cost. This is where cheap becomes expensive if you skip it. 4. Commit. Put the essentials in writing, then hit buy, even if the contract is a one-page email that says what's included, what's not, and how to exit. 5. Confirm. Did we get what we agreed to, and can we track it? So 6 months from now, you're not guessing what you bought and why. In this video, I'm giving you the map. In future videos, we'll zoom in, one step at a time, with examples, templates, and scripts you can use immediately. Big companies formalize this. Small teams, even without a procurement person or a department, do the same thing with lighter tools. A structured brief, a quick comparison, and clear written terms. And that's exactly what I'll give you here, the docs behind the process. Approval thresholds, tenders, quote comparison sheets, negotiation scripts, and contract basics. So you don't have to learn it the hard way. So you can run procurement, be strategic, even if you're a team of one. Same principles, different weight. So if you want one line to carry around, procurement is how you avoid paying twice, once with money and once with pain. So, if you want to drive profit, you don't only purchase, you procure. Stop treating buying as just purchasing, price first, and start running it as procurement, value first. This is what this channel is about, turning procurement into something you can actually use when the pressure hits, a decision standard that holds up in real life. Whether you're in a big company, running a small business, or you're solo, if you've ever approved or bought something under pressure and regretted it later, you're in the right place. I'll keep sharing the process and the templates, and the first off-the-shelf toolkit is coming in late January 2026, built to be usable from day one. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the drop.